Hi guys, it's Kat. Today I'm going to show you how to create this mini watercolor painting of a misty forest. I'll only be using 3 watercolor pencils for this painting, and I'll show you a few color variations by switching out just one pencil. Let's get started. For the canvas, I'll be using standard watercolor paper. It is quite thick and will absorb water evenly. I cut the paper in half, and then in half a few more times until I get the size I like. You can go as small as you like. A 2" by 3" canvas is pretty nice for a miniature painting. Because paper tends to warp when wet, I first tape the paper down with washi tape. You can also use regular masking tape. For the paint, I'll be using these artisan watercolor pencils I showed in my last video. There are so many colors to choose from. For this project, I'll only use 3 colors. I'll use this elephant gray, black, and moss green. Before we start, shout out to subscribers TKFT Monkey and Red Hot Sweet Potato for your awesome ideas to make this color pencil display even better. I dropped one of these tiny magnets into the bottom of the tube and it'll basically lift the pencil out. You can use anything metal to pull the pencil up or even another magnet. This will be great for when the pencils are shorter than the straws. Thank you so much guys. Okay, back to the video. I first draw a circle that's 1 3/8 of an inch in diameter with the gray pencil. Then I shade in about 2/3 of the circle from the top. Shade in the bottom 1/3 with the black pencil, leaving a small gap. Now I take the green color and go over the gray and the gap. It doesn't look like much now, but watch what a drop of water can do. I grab a glass of water, a paper towel, and a small paintbrush. Wet the brush just so it's damp and start blending the colors. Begin from the top by blending the gray and green. Then clean your brush in the water and blend the black starting from the bottom. As you move towards the center, blend the green and the black. There's not enough green here for me, so I'll add in a bit more. Blend that second layer out. One of my favorite techniques to use with these pencils is to use them like regular watercolors. Simply wet your brush, dip it into the tip of the pencil, and you have your paint. It glides so smoothly across the paper. I use this technique to add the green for some background trees. Paint the silhouette of a tree on the left side. It doesn't need to look like an actual tree because it's just a shadow in the background. Right next to it, make a second, taller tree. I start by drawing a vertical line from the top of the circle to where the black starts. Then I add some horizontal lines that stick out from it. Remember to constantly dip into your paint to get more color. I start with really short horizontal lines at the top of the tree and make them longer as we get to the bottom. You can add as many layers of the green as you like. Next to that tree, make a shorter one. This time, I skip the vertical line altogether and just draw a series of arrowheads that get wider and wider as we move towards the bottom. Again, these are just background trees, so you can paint them however you like. They don't need to be perfect. I add a last tiny tree all the way on the right. Next, I dip into the black pencil and darken the bottom of the painting. First, darken the outline, and then add a bunch of random strokes across the black area. The more random, the better and more realistic it'll look. Now, let's add some dimensions to the trees. Add tiny horizontal and diagonal strokes up the sides. You can even just make X's up the tree. Add some light strokes and some darker ones by varying how much paint you have on your brush. Once the sides are covered, fill in the center of the tree with more tiny strokes. Again, the more random, the more realistic it'll look. One tip I have here is to make sure a few of the branches stick out further than the others. Here's another technique for the tree all the way on the right. I'm just starting from the bottom and adding in the longest horizontal branches first. Make your strokes shorter and shorter as you get to the top. This gives me the framework for the tree shape. Then, I just fill in all the gaps in between the layers with shorter strokes. Here's a technique you can use when you've added too much color. Just take a paintbrush with only water and run it against the area where you have too much paint. Watercolor easily lifts and shifts, making it super easy to work with. Lastly, add a few horizontal lines in the sky with the gray colored pencil for the look of mist. I'll show you how to do that all again on an even smaller scale. This time I start with a 1-inch circle. I use the exact same steps that I used for the bigger version. As you can see, you can change how full your tree looks just by changing how dark you make it. The darker the tree, the more full it looks. For a finishing touch, I just make a small signature below the painting. Remove all the washi tape and cut it to size. I love how different this painting looks every time I create it. By switching out the green moss color pencil for a different color, you can create a completely different look. Here I'm using Mykonos blue. I started the exact same way with gray and black color pencils. Use the blue just like I did with the green. For this tree, I'm using the horizontal lines technique. If we replace that blue with a red pencil, we can create a whole new mood. This one has a warm sunset tone instead of a somber one. Of course, you can use any color you like. You can even switch out the gray and black color pencils if you choose. I love playing with these watercolor pencils, and I'm so excited to create a lot more paintings. I hope you guys liked this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and make sure to subscribe for more. I'll see you next time. Bye.